Next is setting up stages. If you're looking at your contacts, you've noticed that you have a stage view. And so each account, and the same can be said about users, each account has a certain customer journey stage where he's currently in. The first one is typically the entry point, which is new or lead. And then in our case, an account can be trial, pro, enterprise, or churn. Important to note is that enterprise is a higher paying tier than pro is. So you would pay maybe 99 euros for pro and maybe 299 for enterprise. The way you set it up is really easy. You go to settings, you go to stages, and there you'll find all the stages that you've just seen: lead, trial, pro, enterprise, and churn. And so you see a certain health profile with each stage. I'll talk about that later. And you'll see a certain status, which can be free, paying, or churn. In our case, lead is free, trial is free, pro is paying, enterprise is paying, but higher order, and churn is churn. The way that it works is that when an account stage has to be computed, we're going to look at the last stage and we're going to see the conditions, if they are true or not. If they're not true, you go one stage earlier, you check the conditions. Not true, one stage earlier, check the conditions, until eventually you come to the first stage that doesn't have any conditions. So at least you know that an account will be in one of these 5 stages. Conditions can be made on anything that you collect. Earlier videos have demonstrated how to collect properties, events, screens that are being collected, pages. You can make subgroups, and so forth. For example, one of the things you can say is that if there is an industry in HubSpot that has maybe a certain value containing the words computer software, that could be a reason to be churned, which is a stupid reason. But a better reason might be that I already see an event considered churn, for example, that happened ever, or maybe in the last 90 days. That could be one. We highly recommend you to only use properties and to start avoiding events, or at least events that are time-based. Because in this case, you would say, well, we received an event considered churn the last 90 days, but what happens after 90 days? That suddenly a churn then becomes, an enterprise or a pro again. And that concludes so if you save the stages, then it's saved, but that concludes basically our stage settings.